Hi everyone, hope you can hear me well. I to our Wednesday YouTube live. Let me just see if anybody can see me, hear me well. If any one of you can confirm, I'm not sure if anybody is yet joined the stream. And the major update, quick update is that the Alpha Blend small case is now rebalanced. We have 2 new stocks which are added. I see that they are doing extremely well. 2 stocks have been dropped. There is a no change to weightage for 8 companies, right? And 2 companies have been increased in some exposure in terms of the weightage, and 2 has some decrease in exposure, which also may mean that depending on the time of your entry, it is absolutely kind of possible that you would have been say booked some losses, etc. At the same time, you're now getting into new opportunities. I'm not sure if anybody can see me. I don't know if you can hear me. I don't see any chat as well. It would be useful if any one of you can say hello to me. Well, let me see myself if I can visible here. Correct. So I think, okay, so I just see that it is updated that 16 people are watching me, which is absolutely great. So that's the update. Let me just see the Q&A sheet, which you guys have been filling from morning. Also, you would have noticed that the team has stopped messages in the general discussion group because it is being requested by many subscribers who are not part of Alpha Blend, that they are getting distracted and they are getting discouraged by the noise. So we have decided to only keep it open on the weekends when there's no market day. On market days, it becomes absolutely, you know, I mean, noisy, right? So you will get access to the group's general discussion only on the weekends, mainly Saturday, Sunday. And Monday to Friday, the community will remain closed for two-way communication. Anyways, anything important, I am always available. I see a good change that a lot of people have sent email to us, email to support team, where whenever they had kind of challenges with rebalance, and I see that very actively the team is responding. The support team of small case is also responding with all the questions, which is fantastic, the right way to do and the right approach, other than just kind of be noisy in the groups we are referring to. So hi Priyabrata, hi Amit. सर जी लॉस बुक हुआ है आज का रिबैलेंस में, कब तक मार्केट ऐसे ही रहेगा, और ये अगर एक बार रिबैलेंस स्किप कर दिया क्या प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है पोर्टफोलियो पर, प्लीज हिंदी में बता दीजिए। बहुत सिंपल है, माई चैनल आपका मुझे नाम नहीं दिख रहा। देखिए रिबैलेंस एब्सोल्युटली इट इज समथिंग विच वी रिकमेंड यू टू टेक so that you are aligned to the index, to the basket. Also very promising to see that the rebalance, which of course it's just half a day, but anyways we as a community, अच्छा सॉरी हिंदी में बोलना था, हम लोग जब रिव्यू करते हैं उसको मंथली हमारे जूम सेशंस में, तो हम आपको वो भी रिव्यू में दिखाएंगे कि रीबैलेंस किया तो क्या इम्पैक्ट हुआ, रीबैलेंस नहीं करते तो क्या रहता, राइट। वी विल बी एबल टू शो यू सो दैट थोड़ा नॉइस क्रिएट होता है कि रिबैलेंस क्यों करना है, कैसे करना है, वो बच जाता, वो विल बी काइंड ऑफ सेटल्ड। सेकंड, एवरीबडी स्टार्ट पोस्टिंग देयर स्पेसिफिक कि मेरा इतना प्रॉफिट बुक हुआ या मेरा इतना लॉस बुक हुआ। वो आपका इंडिविजुअल इन्वेस्टमेंट है, आपकी डेट डिफरेंट हो सकती है और किसी की डेट से, एंड देयरफॉर देयर इज नो डायरेक्ट काइंड ऑफ मैच, कोई नंबर ही निकाल सकते आपकी कितना कितना लॉस या प्रॉफिट बुक हुआ। रीबैलेंस किया जाता है पोर्टफोलियो को अलाइन करने के लिए उस फैक्टर के साथ। सो जो अभी वेटेज चेंज हुआ है, अभी नए स्टॉक्स ऐड हुए हैं, वो उस फैक्टर को काइंड ऑफ मैच करने के लिए किया जाता है। अगर आपने रीबैलेंस स्किप भी किया है तो मैं ये कहता हूँ कि कोई बात नहीं, आई मीन ऑफ कोर्स इट्स अ चॉइस, आपका अपना पर्सनल चॉइस है। आप बहुत सारे लोग, हमारे बहुत सारे यूजर्स, 80% यूजर्स तो रीबैलेंस डायरेक्टली लेते हैं, एंड दे आर नॉट द वंस हु काइंड ऑफ हैव क्वेश्चंस, बिकॉज वो फॉलो कर रहे हैं, वो प्रोसेस समझते हैं. 20% ऑडियंस है जिसमें 10% ऑडियंस तो इन्वेस्ट ही नहीं करा है. दे ओनली सब्सक्राइब एंड देन दे हैव देयर ओपिनियन कि कौन सा स्टॉक कैसा कैसा नहीं. 10% ऑडियंस है जो रीबैलेंस नहीं करती. आई थिंक वो अपने हिसाब से मैनेज करती है. उनको लगता है कि ये कंपनी रहनी चाहिए तो फिर वो छोड़ देते हैं उसके अंदर. आई मीन एंड दैट इज आई वुड से कि जितना कोशिश करिए रीबैलेंस से अलाइन हुई. हम आपको आगे आने वाले जूम मीटिंग्स में आने वाले मीटिंग्स में आपको जरूर दिखाएंगे रीबैलेंस का इम्पैक्ट अच्छा है या खराब है, जो भी है वो ट्रांसपेरेंट वे में आपको शो करेंगे. मोहम्मद तारिक को ईद मुबारक. आपको भी बहुत बहुत ईद मुबारक है. और श्रेयास हैं हमारे एक यंग इन्वेस्टर, हमें बोल रहे हैं कि हम लोग डर रहे हैं कि हम ग्रुप बंद कर देते हैं. अभी नहीं, ये नहीं पता है कि ग्रुप का एडमिन मैं हूँ और मेरी मर्जी मैं बंद करूँ या चालू करूँ. आपको श्रेयास बात करनी है तो मुझे कॉल करो, मेरे से मीटिंग बुक करो. और अगर आपको सर्विस समझ में नहीं आ रही है तो ऑफ कोर्स यू हैव ऑल द राइट टू गिव फीडबैक. बट अगर आप फंड मैनेजर हो तो मेरा पैसा ले लो, मैनेज कर लो, वो भी मुझे कोई इशू नहीं है सच. बट अगर फीडबैक की बात है तो फीडबैक इज ऑलवेज टेकन विद पॉजिटिव आउटलुक. आप फीडबैक भेजिए, आपके पास सपोर्ट ईमेल है, आप हमें आराम से डिटेल फीडबैक भेजिए. हमें पे बहुत अच्छे अच्छे मेल्स आते हैं विद इंक्लूड बोथ फीडबैक एज वेल एज एनी कमेंट्स एनीबडी हैज. ये जैसे श्रेयास जैसे लोग जो जिनका काम है सिर्फ शोर मचाना, वन ऑफ द काइंड्स, वो यहाँ पे हमें मैसेज भेज रहे हैं कि बाय वी आर स्केर्ड. हिंदी में तो उन्होंने ऐसा वर्ड लिखा है कि इनके घर जाना पड़ेगा इनके केवाईसी देख के, because they don't know कि what exactly it can repercussion it can have. So I request him to take that comment out. Otherwise रहने दो, मेरे लिए अच्छा स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो इसका, बिल काम आएगा ये आगे. और ग्रुप की जब तक बात है ना, we have no obligation to keep you in any group. You have the app. All the updates are given in the app. There is a process, there is a system you have to follow. Of course, if you have questions, you have any questions, you have any feedback, always happy, always open to take. And आप मेरे से 1-to-1 लगाइए, मेरे से टीम के साथ बात करिए, हमारे कस्टमर सपोर्ट पे बात करिए. Always available, usually 12-13 hours, 14 hours a day to answer all your queries, right? बाकी कोई सोशल सर्विस नहीं है कि आपको लिए एंटरटेनमेंट के लिए कोई ग्रुप क्रिएट किया है. और जो भी एनीबडी हु इज हु इज नॉट फॉलोइंग द प्रोटोकॉल ऑफ द ग्रुप विल बी रिमूव्ड. People like Shreyansh, for example, will be removed because they just create noise. और अमित जी बोल रहे हैं जब लोग खुद ही फंड मैनेजर बन सकते हैं तो उन्होंने सब्सक्राइब ही क्यों किया? वी मस्ट फॉलो द फंड मैनेजर. या ये अमित जी, आप सीरियस इन्वेस्टर हो, यू नो हाउ थिंग्स वर्क. अब ग्रुप के कहते आई शुडंट गेट इनटू कॉन्वर्सेशंस विद किड्स because it doesn't really work well. So group, we will see. Of course, we have defined the protocols the group for the group and feedback में फीडबैक और नॉइस में वो डिफरेंस होता है, राइट. सो आप अपने साथ बाकी लोगों को डिस्करेज डिमोटिवेट करते हैं. So you are a member of any of our service. We are obliged to give you the services. If you are unhappy with the services, we are very happy to take feedback. We are very happy to open for criticism, but we are not open for natanki, which you guys do, right? This is message for Shreyansh. जो उनके पास इतनी ऑडेसिटी है to write here, but don't have the audacity to talk to me, right? Anyways, why unnecessary kind of get into that. बाकी एक बार मैं क्वेश्चंस देख लेता हूँ. So rebalance काफी अच्छा रहा. I hope people who have taken the rebalance are kind of happy. and I'm just kind of pulling the sheet here. Just a second, guys. और किसी कोई क्वेश्चन हो तो बताइए, because let me just open the sheet. Fully agree with Amit. Thanks, Chiranmay. Thank you so much for your support. Right, let me just see if I can open the sheet. Just I have asked the sheet. Just a second. Also, Saturday को इस बार क्या करेंगे? इस बार Saturday we can absolutely do a detailed review of the rebalance. Yeah, no, I think Shreyas has been matured enough to take back his, comment. So I appreciate that, Shreyansh. And I agree with Priyabrata that it is, I mean, I have to refrain answering questions to waste time of all of us. Yeah, that's true. Let me just opening the sheet. Yeah, just give me a second. So सारे questions के answer हमेशा आपको Q&A form and there's a process. We also we have answered more than 650 questions of all of you, which means that we also take cognizance of the kind of questions we are getting, the kind of investor education we need to do from our side. And therefore it helps us to get all of these questions in a form of a Q&A form, which you anyhow are now started doing. वर्सेस आप आके कमेंट बोलो ऐसे करके जो अभी आई मीन somebody was trying to do. ठीक है, क्विकली मैं let me just drag this down. सर इन्वेस्टिंग ग्रोथ लीडर का रिबैलेंस कब आएगा और क्या हम इन्फ्लोमेंट में स्टॉक्स को रिड्यूस कर सकते हैं? आई मीन इन्वेस्टिंग ग्रोथ लीडर का रिबैलेंस इज प्लान अराउंड 8th of the month एंड आई थिंक मोस्ट ऑफ आवर बास्केट्स जो हमारी क्वार्टरली थी उनका 8th है प्लान. वी आर वेरी एक्टिवली रिव्यूइंग इट on a absolute daily basis and will take action as we have done for our kind of alpha blend for now. Whether the stocks will further reduce, it will depend on the market strength. तो मैंने जैसे पहले बोला जब मार्केट में एक अच्छी underlying strength होती है, so it becomes very easy to play strategy with concentrated bets when markets are usually weak, right? From a broad perspective, to kind of have the right, what we call correlation or overall Sharpe ratio or beta of the portfolio, we need to have the right level of diversification, which we do. So Jaspreet ji, जो आपके questions है दोनों, I think answers are kind of is that growth rebalance आने वाला है और full band may get to 12 very soon. Yeah, why not? Abhishek, why we are holding few non-momentum stocks he has asked like this and this. What is the thought behind this? देखिए it's always relative ना, जैसे what is GoalFi stock universe? अभिषेक, so अभिषेक I think ये भी हमारी बात हुआ था कि इस मीटिंग में इस सैटरडे अगर आप आ जाओ तो we can openly discuss about that universe and I can also show you the relative momentum and relative strength, right, in terms of alpha, even quality value of those universe companies we have. So the companies की जहाँ हम बात कर रहे हैं, right, जो आप बात कर रहे हैं in your what you call these companies, they have I think been reduced weightage because their relative alpha is getting weaker and we have increased the weightage to the companies where the exposure should be increased depending on the underlying factor. So that is the entire rationale, Abhishek, but I'll can show you in the Saturday live as well. Kaushik पूछते हैं, what is downside and upside captured in various small cases and how do you how are you defending the former? Downside and upside, okay. Why are you reducing false positive? I buy and stock goes down and vice versa in your small cases. Kaushik, what is the downside and upside capture in various small cases? Okay, in terms of the from the peak to the bottom, if that is the question, how are you defending the upside and the former? नहीं समझे, थोड़ा technical लग रहा है question. Maybe you can ping me once. How are you reducing false positive? Okay. I buy and stock goes down and vice versa in your small cases. थोड़ा सा मुझे यहाँ पे I think more clarity चाहिए Kaushik to your question, unfortunately. But of course, happy to answer once we speak, where you can also speak one-to-one. Noor, I have two questions. I invested in mid-December in growth leaders for at least 2 years horizon. My portfolio is down around a number. is there 50 to 60% probability that I would recover my capital with at least 5 to 10? Okay, absolutely. I mean, I think Noor, you invested in December mid, so you are now in the system for 3 and 4 months, and your portfolio is down in in single kind of low 2 digit, which simply mean that आप पूछ रहे हो कि क्या 50 से 60% प्रोबेबिलिटी है कि मेरा पोर्टफोलियो रिकवर कर जाएगा. मुझे तो लगता है कि हाँ, देर इज इवन अ हायर प्रोबेबिलिटी. और उसके ऊपर जो गेन्स आप एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हो, मेरे ख्याल से तो देर बिकॉज आप दिसंबर में आए हो, तो आई वुड एक्सपेक्ट अ 1 year साइकिल फ्रॉम दिसंबर टू दिसंबर. So I would expect that you get to the point you have asked for in terms of the probability. And also he also wants some advice on personal finance and wealth management. How can I get in touch with you or any of your experts on phone or WhatsApp? So yeah, they can reach out to you. They can reach out to you over your WhatsApp, and I can connect you to SEBI RIAs as well in our network who can talk to you about overall personal finance management. And I appreciate your sincerity and the amount of efforts for your investors. Eid Mubarak, Noor Anjum ji, आपको भी. सर रीबैलेंस मेरे से स्किप हो गया, तो आप कैसे रीबैलेंस करूं? गोपेश्वर पूछ रहे हैं. कोई बात नहीं, अगर स्किप हो गया रीबैलेंस, अब कैसे रीबैलेंस करूं? आई थॉट आपने अपडेट मिस कर दी. आई रिक्वेस्ट यू टू गो टू आई मीन आई विल आस्क द टीम टू पिंग यू and you can reach out if you have skipped the rebalance. How will you view the rebalance? A good question. I think I have not come across this. Because हमें सुबह updates आ रहे थे कि they receive the updates of rebalance, but then they can't find it. Then we kind of guided them how to go and where to go to find that. But आप एक काम करिए, एक सपोर्ट टीम से बात करके कोशिश करिए स्मॉल केस की, और मैं भी अपनी तरफ से अपनी टीम को बोलता हूँ आपको रीच आउट करने के लिए. विल सी इफ देयर इज एन ऑप्शन लाइक दैट कि अगर आपने स्किप किया है अपनी तरफ से और उसके बाद फिर आप रीबैलेंस करना चाहते हो. वी हैव टू थिंक, आई हैव टू चेक. Sharad बोल रहे हैं, I see noise on the group related to a late entry exit of some of the companies. Some of the stocks are getting affected by external news and we have still kept them in the basket. So what is the plan for quarterly baskets? We are tracking growth parameters. What is our plan? Is there a news that comes up between quarters? We will do rebalance before quarters need basis. शरद, I think मैंने पहले भी आंसर किया है. आज की डेट का आंसर आपका 1 बजे का क्वेश्चन है, but I think I have answered. There is a periodic schedule where we go deep dive in those portfolios. However, maybe in next Zoom meeting, I can show you a live monitoring system where we are monitoring all our baskets, right? Real time, right? Whether it is any corporate actions like what happened with recent ICICI Securities, right? And we will do what is needed on a need basis. If there is any corporate action, if there's any other broad factor, don't worry about that. We are actively on it. So Vanya पूछ रहे हैं, Vanya Sachin, sir, I have 3 GoalFi small cases. Please focus on existing small returns. People will come, but you have now this total in suggestion. Please look existing small return now. GoalFi also like अच्छा. So he's saying that Vanya is saying that आप भी और small case मैनेज करना हो गए हो जहाँ पे बहुत सारे small cases हैं. मैंने I think last Saturday में बताया था कि we are creating a kind of a guide, a very simple guide for you where basis your own risk profile, basis on your own kind of preference of rebalance, you can kind of see. आप देखोगे फिर आपके लिए सब वो है ही नहीं, आपके लिए 2-3 ऑप्शन ही बचते हैं at the max, which you already have, for example. So everything else is noise for you. So what I'll do, I'll try to expedite that that template so that basis your own kind of exposure, basis your own risk appetite, basis your own investments, you can simply map and see mere paas it gives me enough kind of overall exposure, it gives me enough diversification, it gives me enough kind of I mean all of that, and then you need to just not worry about it, the remaining. So Priya Mrita पूछ रहे हैं, as per the manager update of this company, there will be increase in these companies in the upcoming rebalance. According to that, I have already added these, and the weightage is increased in my portfolio. I have a query on the weightage of other company. How much should we expect in the upcoming rebalance so that I can purchase prior to rebalancing to avoid selling others? I'm asking because all other stocks are negative except this and this. Okay. Anything which is, I think, I mean, of course, we have a cap of the weightage, right, as per the small case definition. So it won't go beyond that cap. And it won't be massive change. The only idea was, which we kind of put as manager update, was that once the rebalance is pushed and you see the increased weightage, it won't incur fresh buying, right? Because you are already on at that kind of weightage in your basket. And why you are in that weightage? Maybe because the company had price drop. So your overall weightage has reduced. Now, since you have bought more, it will come flat. So even if you don't change, you won't buy because of the price reduction, because you already averaged them up. And if you are kind of if you are already in profitable those that company, and then if you have bought more, anyways, if you increase weightage, it won't kind of let you buy more. Anyways, to answer your question, Priya, you can of course reach out over email to me, and I can answer you more specifically. But from a point of view, if you can wait till 8th, you will see real action. नीरज कुमार पूछ रहे हैं, I invested from last 4-5 months, approx single digit gain loss, and total amount invested is also very small, 2 digit. What should I do to get profitable from this small case for the upcoming 2 to 3 years? Where should I add more capital? So I think very good question, Neeraj. I see that the amount you have added is very small, is not even 0.1% of the fees, right? So you have to make it to 1% of the fees at least, so that it is possible for you to realize the benefit of that small case. And since now it is rebalance, I think it's a good time to add capital, I'll say. Robin sir, if in your interviews and YouTube videos, you mentioned that your small case are constructed with 70% weightage on alpha factor of alpha blend. My query is regarding your methodology for calculating alpha and selecting stocks. I noticed that the current holding of alpha blend have zero overlap with NSE's Nifty Alpha 50 or Alpha 20 indices, which I can't find surprising. Okay, Akash, I think we can do a deep dive on this in one of the Zoom meetings, or you can always have a one-to-one. So how it works is, as I think I have done in one of the session where we talked about START framework, where we do the screening of companies in every quarter. So for one quarter, our universe does not change, right? Only in the next quarter, the universe change. So within that quarter, it's always relative alpha, right? Some companies will have higher alpha, some will have lower alpha. So that is how. That is one difference. Why you will see a difference there. Second, if you have gone in the history of Nifty Alpha 20, I think Nifty Alpha 20 might be running on Nifty 200, and we are running on 750. So that is another difference. Nifty Alpha 50 is running on entire Nifty, and we are running on another 750. That could be another difference. Third is that portfolio is rebalanced quarterly, and sometimes I think 1 or 2 is half yearly, and that kind of change the entire basket, right? So if you see 50% basket gets changed in a typical alpha single factor basket, our portfolios are not like that. You will not see 60-70% getting churned, which is usually the case with indices. That is how the indices of alpha, these work, because alpha is completely shifted in that quarter, right? And therefore, it is very difficult to be in line with that. However, the idea here is, the objective here is to be able to generate some alpha over that with the kind of universe we are keeping. And what we can do, actually, it is a good point. Let me take this weekend. I mean, I don't know how much I will commit for this weekend because ultimately so many things are piling up. But let us see, right, in real details of Alpha 50, Alpha 20 you have referred to, in terms of companies you had, how much got churned at large, which means how much loss you booked, right? Because those churn happened after 20-30% drops. How much your capital became in real, and then how much is the recovery? So what is the issue here is, the major issue is in all of these discussions, in all of these public forums, I think we are not going in detail with the data. We just have a feeling that it is not working. And to my surprise, or I don't know how I put it, it is only once you can deep dive some data more, either with our team or yourself, to understand that whatever we are doing is in line with the strategy, whatever we are doing is in benefit, is in something which is for you at large, and ultimate objective is to generate alpha over a long period, and therefore I think only time can tell. I think that is the only thing I can think about. I think he's referring to one company also from a sunset sector. रैशनल ऐसा है कि सर आई मीन व्हाट इज द स्पेसिफिक पर्पस बियॉन्ड कीपिंग द पोर्टफोलियो लेवल, नहीं 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 ऐसा, आई डोंट थिंक दैट्स एनीवेयर रिलेटेड दैट पोर्टफोलियो का पी लो रखना है इसलिए वो कंपनी रखी हुई, आई डोंट थिंक दैट कुड बी पासिंग इन द पैरामीटर्स इन आवर यूनिवर्स, राइट, इन आवर यूनिवर्स of the companies we have per quarter. That's how it runs, Amit. Sir, once you said if there is a crash in market like Lehman crisis or COVID, your system will give us exit, prevent the portfolio. सर ये सही था या आपने ऐसे ही कह दिया था? कैन यू एक्सप्लेन दिस विद द सिस्टम? हाँ देखिए मैं आपको बताता हूँ विद द रीसेंट, ठीक है अमित जी, लेट मी, आई सेड प्लीज आंसर व्हेनेवर यू आर कंफर्टेबल, बस ऑनेस्ट आंसर. सो लेट मी टेल यू ऑनेस्ट आंसर. Balance basket and multi-factor. I think there are only two portfolios after our latest definition of when we kind of did the entire rejig and entire two-factor, three-factor, and the entire true to label exercise. There are only two portfolios, which are multi-factor and balance basket, where you would see cash allocation or debt allocation at large. That's one. Second, all the new rule-based baskets, because that is purely rule-driven. If there's an opportunity, they are in market or they are in cash. Remaining baskets, whether it is Alpha Blend, Growth Leader, they are cash baskets. There we are not doing your asset allocation. There we are not doing anything to do with hedging or kind of doing any debt there. No, we won't be. If it is going down, it is going down, because that is where the opportunity comes for you to add capital. If you would exit in a portfolio like that, value investing has been our top performer of the last 1 month, 2 months. If you see, right, in this recovery, if you exit them in cash, then you would never come back to markets. Those baskets are pure equity baskets. They should not. So it's a wrong mismatch of expectation. I have only balance basket is of course being revised, and I think only from July it will be valid. It is not open for subscription. So the only portfolio now which has that capability to move to cash or to use other instrument is either the rule-based baskets, which are new, or multi-factor basket. Rest all are cash basket. Rest all are equity baskets and will not be moving to cash. So जहां तक पॉइंट है कि मैंने पहले कह दिया था या नहीं कहा था, I do not think that ऐसे ही कहा था. System of course give enough alerts of market becoming weak. However, हर स्ट्रैटेजी के पीछे एक सेट ऑफ इन्वेस्टर्स हैं जिनका एक रैशनल है, एक थॉट प्रोसेस है, रियल हंड्रेड्स ऑफ करोड़ का पैसा लगा हुआ है. सो इट में साउंड कि ठीक है, जैसे कि इंडेक्स रिबैलेंस होता है कि 40 कंपनी में से 20 कंपनी को काट दिया और नया आ गया, एंड देन यू स्टार्ट फीलिंग अल्फा ईटीएफ इज वर्किंग, राइट? दैट्स व्हाट फ्यू पीपल टॉक अबाउट इन द ग्रुप, राइट? I don't think it works this way. Not answering ऐसा anything on the on YouTube, because I see so many things on YouTube and I don't want to get distracted. So I only want to answer to the sheet in case any question is coming. अप्रतिम फिर भी देख लूं क्या क्वेश्चन? आई थिंक मन तो करता है कि आपके आंसर तो, मतलब कौशिक ने 2 क्वेश्चन पूछे हैं, बोल रहे हैं कौशिक जी ने 2 क्वेश्चन पूछे हैं. कौशिक जी, आज की डेट में हाउ आर यू रिड्यूसिंग योर फॉल्स पॉजिटिव I buy and stock goes down, okay, or I buy and stock goes up? नहीं समझ, एक्चुअली समझ ही नहीं पा रहा हूँ, क्वेश्चन नहीं समझ पा रहा हूँ अनफॉर्चुनेटली. Maybe if you can kindly ping me, you have my personal number, I will be able to, I think, answer. Baki, Shreyans has declared that our group should be renamed GoalFi PR Group. Or so of course you should of course exit. That is perfectly fine with me. And और कोई अगर सवाल हो तो भी बता दो. और बाकी या स्मॉल के सपोर्ट सर्विस में भी एबल टू रिवर्ट एक्शन, एब्सोल्युटली. हम नाम बदल देंगे श्रेयान, जो आप कहोगे रख देंगे, ठीक है? आप खुश रहो, आप यंग किड हो, खुश रहिए आप लाइफ में, दैट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट. If you buy and stock goes down, or I sell and stock goes up, then what does it mean? I think I need to understand more. Any question which you want to add? Kaushik, let me ping you. I think I will ping Kaushik. Kaushik, I'll ping you. Don't worry, I'll answer you. I mean, I'll try to understand and answer. I will. Is it right time to invest in stock? If yes, how much of cash need to invest now? देखो सब sweet memories are depend करता है आपका अपना overall kind of investment size. I think अभी तो बहुत महीना हो गए 3 4 5 महीने हो गए where people have not invested. They were waiting, right, for market to correct. So I think now is the time to start adding in tranches over next 3 months, 4 months. और अब इन कोई क्वेश्चन कैंट वी हैव क्लोज व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप्स बेस्ड ऑन बास्केट सो दैट इन्वेस्टर्स कैन ओपन नहीं देखिए बहुत सिंपली मैं आपको यहाँ पब्लिकली बता रहा हूँ द ओनली सोर्स ऑफ ऑफिशियल कम्युनिकेशन फॉर अस इज ईमेल that email address and that details is already mentioned, whether it is our compliance, whether it is grievances, whether it is grievances number, whether it is support number, whether all is mentioned on the small case website. WhatsApp is not official communication. If you remember the general discussion I kind of pulled together, anyhow has hardly 10% of our overall subscriber base, right? So that anyhow is 10% people, and that 10% people, then another 1%, 2% people who are noise creating people. So I don't think it is worth. Plus, can we have groups for all small cases? I don't think it has worked in the past, or it will work, because as a body, I have to inform all of you at the same time. That is where the mandate come, right, from the regulator, and I use manager update for that, so that all of you are informed at the same time. Second, we also have the option of rebalance in the system, right? So Shreyans is trying to explain me what Kaushik is asking. Charan मैं पूछ रहे हैं, is option available to do SIP in GoalFi market? Yes, there is an option. Absolutely, you can. Usually, I mean, try to have the SIP amount slightly bigger so that the basket can be bought in equal weightage as per the. Otherwise, if you put a smaller amount of SIP, it will not be able to distribute to the weightage. And next rebalance, it will kind of bring a lot of rebalancing for you. एंड हाँ, जो रिबैलेंस आने वाला है मोहम्मद तारिक जी, आप वेट कर लीजिए, उसके बाद ऐड कर दीजिएगा इस व्हाट आई विल से. चलो वापस सीट पे जा रहा हूँ, देन आई विल क्लोज. और एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन या एक लास्ट सिंपल सा आंसर है कि दिस इज अ मॉडल पोर्टफोलियो. ओके, दिस इज नॉट PMS. This is not a personalized investment service. I am not a RIA. I am a research advisor. I offer my research. And you subscribe to the research. If the research aligns with you, you take it. If it doesn't align with you, of course, pass it on. And therefore, any other things around, all gets, whatever Shreyan's being super talented among all of us is trying to explain, any other thing will be accounted as part of the index, right? When the index is computed of the model portfolio. With regards to the consumption of the service, it is absolutely your discretion. Same thing, a very good feature is also introduced by a small case team itself, that once the rebalance is pushed, you always an opportunity to not take it with caution, change the kind of weightage, because that is where 10% people also do. It is totally up to you. However, I have 80%, 85% very satisfied audience who just follow the process, and they are with us from now more than 1 year also, right? So all right. So energy level looking down, don't worry, ऐसा होता है in bearish market. नहीं एनर्जी डाउन नहीं यार, यहाँ गर्दन में ना काम करते करते बहुत डाउन है, तो काफी वो लगा रखे हैं हीट पैड्स, थोड़ा उनको तो गर्दन ऐसी ही है, तो नॉट रियली एनर्जी तो डाउन नहीं है. जस्ट दैट थोड़ा सा फिजिकल पेन चल रहा है बिकॉज ऑफ दी नेक अटकी हुई है, तो ट्राइंग टू पुट लॉट ऑफ पिलोज एंड ऑल, बट आई थिंक थोड़ा सा खड़े होके काम करना पड़ेगा, और कुछ नहीं है. बाकी तो नो ऑलवेज वेरी एक्साइटेड. So, and you once you book 1-to-1, you will see my excitement, and as you always see. So not at all, not at all down. चलिए फिर मजा आया. सैटरडे का एक काम कर लीजिए. आप लोगों ने काफी कुछ पूछा और मैं काफी मिस भी कर सकता हूँ. So whoever has specific request around me pulling some data and showing some facts or whatever is the true picture, you can drop a mail. I think that will help us reconcile the ask, and then we can actually demonstrate in our Zoom meeting. I think that will help, I think, right? Chalo guys, have a wonderful rest of the day, and any last minute question? There is no question. Okay, great. Thank you, and speak to you very, very soon. Take care guys. Bye.